Hello.
How are you?
First in line. Good.
Badass queen. Tell me about being out on that stage.
Oh, woo. You cannot imagine what it's like with that kind of crowd and that kind of love for us, which is actually pretty powerful.
Yeah.
People go, you haven't done a con until you've done ComicCon, and I totally get it now.
Right.
It's just huge.
There have been quite a few Terminator sequels after T2, but for whatever reason, they haven't totally connected with audience. James Cameron is all for this one. What do you think it is about this one that's really gonna...
It has to be a character-driven story. You can have all the action in the world, but if you don't have characters that you care about that are in jeopardy, then you don't care. I mean, you can just have the best visual effects in the world, but it really has to start with people and relationship. And I think we brought it down back to its basic form. Fewer characters, cleaner story, and then all the souped-up special effects.
I got to know about the swearing bet.
When we started, I think that they definitely were going for a PG-13. But like in the first week, Tim just saying, we were only allowed one of those F words. Like the first week, it was like, well, why don't you say Meadow Mother? And why don't you, it was like, we're losing the battle. And it's the first week out of 96 shooting days. And then it just became clear that we could not tell the story without the F word. So I apologize in advance. Fortunately, my parents are gone, so they won't have to, be embarrassed. But it just seems to be really necessary.
I mean, the audience went nuts just seeing you and Arnold fighting side by side. What was it like for you on set having that moment again?
I loved working with Arnold. I actually was just pleased as punch when I saw him again. It had been a number of years. And I just have this affection for him that is so deep and abiding that just got completely cemented on this film. I loved working physically with him. I love seeing him in the trailer. I love toying with him. It's, the very top of a 35-year relationship, and that really means something to me.
I'm hearing he couldn't stop quoting himself on set.
Well, that's Arnold, isn't it? That's Arnold.
Are you going to adjust to calling him Carl ever?
We can't give that spoiler away.
Okay.
Well, just because I have a friend named Carl, and he doesn't know that I've said to him, there's a major surprise for you in this film. But we definitely make that, we pay out that moment later in the film. No spoilers.